The Austrian Partition comprised the former territories of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth acquired by the Habsburg Monarchy during the Partitions of Poland in late 18th century. The three partitions were conducted jointly by the Russian Empire, the Kingdom of Prussia and Habsburg-Austria, resulting in the complete elimination of the Polish Crown. Austria acquired Polish lands during the First Partition of 1772, and Third Partition of Poland in 1795. In the end, the Austrian sector encompassed the second-largest share of the Commonwealth's population after Russia, over 2.65 million people living on 128,900 km2 of land constituting formerly south-central part of the Republic. History. The territories acquired by Austrian Empire during the First Partition included the Polish Duchy of Zeta and Duchy of Oswiecim, as well as part of Little Poland with the counties of Kraków, Sandomierz and Galicia, less the city of Kraków. In the Third Partition, the annexed lands included Western Galicia and Southern Masovia. Major historical events of the Austrian Partition included the formation of the Napoleonic Duchy of Warsaw in 1807, which was followed by the 1809 Polish-Austrian War aided by the French, and the victorious Battle of Rasin, resulting in Austrian temporary defeat marked by the recapture of Kraków and Lwow by the Duchy. However, the fall of Napoleon, leading to abolition of the duchy at the Congress of Vienna, allowed Austria to regain control. The Congress created the Free City of Kraków Protectorate of Austria, Prussia and Russia, which lasted for a decade. It was abolished by Austria, after the crushing of Kraków uprising in 1846. The formation of the Polish legions by Pilsudski initially to fight alongside the Austro-Hungarian army, helped Poland regain its sovereignty in aftermath of World War I. Society. For most of the 19th century, the Austrian government made little or no concessions to their Polish constituents, their attitude being that a patriot was a traitor, unless he was a patriot for the emperor. Quote, however, by the early 20th century, just before the outbreak of World War I and the collapse of Austria-Hungary, out of the three partitions, the Austrian one had the most local autonomy. The local government, called Governor Commission, had considerable influence locally. Polish language was accepted as the official regional language on Polish soil, and used in schools. Polish organizations had some freedom to operate, and Polish parties could formally participate in Austro-Hungarian politics of the empire. Austria-Hungary also de facto encouraged Ukrainian organizations as a divide-and-rule tactic. This led to accusations by Poles that Austria-Hungary had invented Ukrainians. Ukrainians maintained schools and newspapers in the Ukrainian language. After 1848, Ukrainians also moved into Austrian politics with their own political parties. Austria-Hungary gave Ukrainians more rights than Ukrainians living in the Russian Empire. Decades after it had ceased to exist, its former Ukrainian citizens had positive emotions about Austria-Hungary. Economy. On the other hand, economically Galicia was rather backward, and universally regarded as the poorest of the three partitions. There was much corruption during the elections, and the region was seen by the Viennese government as the low priority for investment and development. It was a vast but constantly struggling region with inefficient agriculture and little industry. In 1900, 60% of the village population couldn't read or write. Education was obligatory till the age of 12, but this requirement was often ignored. Between the years 1850 and 1914, it is estimated that about 1 million people from Galicia emigrated to United States. Poverty in Austrian Galicia to this day has survived in Polish language as an expression of hopelessness. Administrative division. The Austrian Empire divided the former territories of the Commonwealth it obtained into Kingdom of Galicia and Lodomeria from 1772 to 1918, West Galicia from 1795 to 1809, Free City of Kraków from 1815 to 1846. Two important and major cities of the Austrian partition were Kraków and Lwow. In the First Partition, Austria received the largest share of the formerly Polish population, and the second largest land share. Austria did not participate in the Second Partition, and in the Third, it received 47,000 square kilometers with 1.2 million people. Overall, Austria gained about 18% of the former Commonwealth territory and about 32% of the population. For the geographical perspective, much of the Austrian partition corresponded to the Galicia region.